Hello, welcome. If you're here for our master's financial planning program info session, you're in the right place and welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get started now. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Liz Zollers, and I work very closely with students who are returning or are new students starting in the classroom here at GGU. I help students that are looking to enroll into their programs and help them with their advising. So I'm joined today by Sandra Davis, who is our program director for our financial planning programs. We will go over both the financial planning program as well as the advanced financial planning program today. Sorry, I forgot to advance our slides. Here's our beautiful pictures. So GGU has been open for over 100 years. We are experts in the online education sector. We have been providing online education for over 20 years. We help students with their online education and meeting them where they learn best. So if you are a professional with lots of busy, family life, work-life balance, you are in the right place. We provide online education in the hybrid and online format. Our faculty are also in the sector themselves. You will learn from professors that are in the field, who come with all of their knowledge from the everyday working field. You'll have networking opportunities, job opportunities, as well as internship opportunities from your faculty staff. At this time, I'm also going to go ahead and turn it over to Sandra, who will go ahead and take you through the remaining slides about the program, and then we'll open it up for our Q&A at the end.
Thanks, Liz. Welcome, everyone. We are so glad to see you here. If you would go ahead and type in the chat for me where you are joining us from today, that would be very helpful. So Golden Gate is a private nonprofit university that is WASC accredited. That is the state of California, the accreditation. We have small classes, and that's where you really get that personalized instruction. One of my favorite things about being both a student and adjunct and now the director of the program here is that every single professor in this program is a business owner or working in a business doing what they teach. So the theory is important, the technical aspects of it are important, absolutely, and you get that. And you also get professionals who are invested in your success. So one of the things that I think is important is particularly for career changers, it's a great opportunity for people who are maybe wrapping up one career, moving into another. The average student age at Golden Gate is 30. And the way that we have our program set up, you can finish your degree as quickly as you wish, either your degrees or your certificates. Let's go ahead and look at what's next, Liz. So if you're here about the financial planning master's degree, go ahead and put a little, give me an emoji that lets me know that that's what you're here for. If you're here for the master's in financial planning, this is a program. We are actually one of the first 20 programs credentialed by the CFP board to be an education provider for the Certified Financial Planner designation. And all of the traditional things that are required, the 30 total units, 21 are core. So those 7 courses are going to be the courses that are required in order for you to be eligible to sit for the Certified Financial Planner examination. There's no GMAT or GRE required to take the program. You can complete it in 2 years or less, depending on how many classes you want to take. We offer both online and hybrid. The online is asynchronous, which is kind of like, choose your own adventure, do it at your own pace. I find most students who like that are the ones who have a really busy schedule. The real-time interaction is not as crucial for them as maybe getting the work done. Now, that said, most of the online courses, the professors also have optional online sessions where you do still get that connectedness with your professor on the times that work for you. So most of the courses, there's some type of either an orientation or midterm review or towards the end of the course where there is a live session that is an optional one for those of you who want online asynchronous and still can benefit from that one-on-one conversation with your colleagues and your professor. The hybrid is 20% of those hours happen on campus. Right now, the way that that's structured is through campus weeks where we come to the campus and we spend that time together. We have a lot of events that go on during that time, and we focus specifically on what does the career path look like for you? So whether you're already in the profession, coming back to get that CFP or the master's degree, or you're brand new to the profession, there's going to be something that happens during that in-person session that's going to meet you where you are. Um, I'll let Liz get to the deadlines and what the dates are. That's not necessarily my strong suit. But what I do want to say before we go to the next slide is that these 7 courses meet the requirement for the CFP exam. Some people do it as a certificate. Some people do it as an MS. You can do either route. Let's go on and check out that advanced financial planning. Now this, I'm sorry, Liz, go back. Let's do show them this classes. So these are the core courses. They're everything that you would expect to see from the from any program that's certified for the CFP board. So that introduction, personal financial planning is that introduction. What that's going to give you is 15 weeks of the entire comprehensive financial plan. What does it take to be a financial planner, right? What is each one of the topics that you're going to go through? And then what you do is a deep dive into those topics individually. So investment management, retirement and employee benefits, risk or insurance planning, tax and estates. Once you do those 6 core, then you're going to take that financial planning cases course, which puts it all together. And in that course, what you'll do is build the plan and actually present it with some amazing feedback from 2 of the very best financial planners in the country. The lovely part about that is you get an opportunity to not only build it, but present it and see how that feels for you as a professional and get feedback from not only your classmates, but your professor as well. We also have a personal financial planning practicum course that's delivered in person in San Francisco. Now, that we try to do that once a year. So that one's offered a little bit less frequent, but it alternates with FP 230. Your electives, you can take any 300 or 400 level graduate course that's FI or FP. Also, just to share our perspective on this, some students find that taking courses in marketing, taking courses in investments, other programs that enhance their ability as a financial planner is also something that would be helpful for them. So when Liz says we meet you where you are, say you've taken all of your requirements and now you've got your electives and you really want to take a marketing class, then what you'll do is you'll request a substitute, right? And so while we do encourage you to, make sure that your financial technicals under all of the FI, the finance courses, or financial planning are done, we also want to make sure that you're thinking about it from the full realm of being a practitioner, either in an institution, a broker-dealer, a bank, an investment organization, or as your own registered investment advisor organization. Now we can go to the next one. Thanks, Liz. All right, so the advanced financial planning credential master's degree is for people who already have the CFP exam or they have more than 5 years experience in the field. These 3 programs are focused on you deepening your expertise in either taxation, estate planning, or financial life planning. And what we're doing with that is to help you build out that niche practice. And most financial planners at about 5 years in start to narrow their scope of work, figuring out who are going to be the target clients that are maybe more satisfying for you in your work, or it's just a niche that there's more opportunities to grow your business. As you can imagine, right now, as the baby boomers are transitioning, and there's expected to be an $88 trillion wealth transfer between now and 2034. Many people are interested in estate planning and tax in addition to their comprehensive financial planning. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. The courses here are really based on which concentration you choose. As you saw in the Master's in Financial Planning, here cases is also a required course. The reason it's required here, if you already have a CFP, is because you're going to have an opportunity to grow based on what you're already doing. So number one, taking cases with the team here is unlike any other cases course in the country. And I can say that with absolute certainty because I've either taught in most of them or taken courses in other places. But the reason that this is such a crucial piece is that then whatever concentration you decide to use, you can navigate your existing style with the new information from estate, tax, or financial life planning. Business development is also a core course in this degree. And again, the reason for that is, as you all know, anytime we're in any kind of service industry, we are always selling our services. We're selling sometimes products, and we want to make sure that you've got a really solid business development background in order to be successful as you move into your career. Let's go to the next one. So I'd love to hear in the chat what you already know about the field. Financial planning is a relational field, right? And so what our main focus is, how do we deliver comprehensive financial planning strategies that allow people to integrate their money with their life? I tell people all the time, folks don't have financial goals. They have life goals with a price tag. They have life goals with financial implications. And so as a financial planner, what you're going to be doing, if you're already in the field, you know this, what you're going to be doing is help people align what matters most to them with how they manage their financial resources. So there's literally no aspect of people's financial lives that we don't address in both of these programs. One of the lovely things about Golden Gate is you're going to build connections here that will last you a lifetime. Most of the students that I work with, not only when I was a student here, I actually graduated from this program myself, I'm still connected with those same financial professionals that I met back in 2004 through 6 when I graduated from this program. Also, this has been my network that helped me build the practice that I have today. This model, being online, is really intended to help you navigate your life and your education at the same time. Let's go ahead to what's next, Liz. So, as I mentioned, it is one of the oldest program in the country. The difference between being old and being experienced is that we continue to evolve, right? What's really important about what we do here is we make sure that as the economic environment shifts, as the financial planning environment shifts, because we have professors who are leaders in the field, they stay on top of those things. You can be assured that everything about the new tax bill that was just passed, your tax professor will know what that is and will be able to guide you through learning about what that is. These changes that we're seeing coming in Social Security, your retirements and benefits instructor is going to understand what those are and be able to help you navigate those. And the reason that that's so crucial is financial planning is an ever-evolving field. And so our professors, because they are also in the field, in addition to being academically savvy about all of these topics, they know what's going on in the world and in our lives here in the US with financial planning topics. What's next? All right, Liz, this is
Where
all
I
you.
get to shine. So let's talk about your admissions requirement and applying for our programs. So you'll be able to submit an application, and with that application, you'll want to submit your official college and university transcripts, which are conferring your bachelor's degree. We recommend submitting all of your official transcripts so that you can receive the most possible transfer of credit opportunities. We also ask for a full resume as well as a one-page statement of purpose. The one-page statement of purpose should outline the program, why you selected GGU, and what you intend to do with the program upon completion. And then once you submit your application, one of our advisors will reach out to you, and at that point they'll walk you through any remaining documents that you need to submit or whatever else that is that you need to have answered or Q&A prior to submitting your application for decision. We also offer financial aid, scholarships, and grants. Our financial aid FAFSA code is on the screen. If you'd like, you can go ahead and apply for financial aid at any time, even before applying to the program, if you'd like to find out what would be allocated for you in the financial aid. Once you're admitted as a student, you'll be able to start working with our financial aid team, who will walk you through any remaining funding options that might be available to you or left to resolve before starting your classes. And then for our application deadlines, our early application deadline is coming up here on July 13th for the fall term. And what that means is just if you get your application in before that deadline, you'll have your $250 application deposit waived. If you submit your application after July 13th and before August 17th, you'll still owe that $250 deposit. However, that deposit will just go towards your first term's tuition. You can get started today with our application. Here in a moment, I'll put the QR code on the screen. The application is on our website. And at this time, I will turn it over for a Q&A, so feel free to unmute yourself or drop a question in the chat. If you have anything for myself about the application process or Sandra about the programs, this is your time. I will also put up her contact information here on the screen for you to write down, and you can send her an email directly if you'd like. If you're looking to speak to somebody on our team about the admissions process, you can also reach us at info@ggU.edu. We like to keep it pretty simple with that. And then we'll also put the QR code on the screen for you to scan and submit your application. That application deadline for the first deadline is coming up here for July 13th for the fall term. So please feel free to go ahead and start your application today. We look forward to seeing your applications come across, and if there's any additional questions, we'll be filtering through the chat. Thank you so much for your time today.